Famous people who died on Christmas.
But it would be nothing.
Christmas is a day of joy, family, and celebration, but for some, it became their final chapter. From music legends to Hollywood icons, their lives ended on the very day the world celebrates. Was it fate, coincidence, or something more? These are the famous people who took their final bow on Christmas Day. Who were they? And what were their final moments like? Stick around, because their stories will surprise you, shock you, and make you see Christmas in a whole new light. Charlie Chaplin. On December 25, 1977, Sir Charles Spencer Chaplin, better known as Charlie Chaplin, passed away peacefully in his sleep at the age of 88 in his Swiss home. The loss of the man celebrated as the greatest comic actor in motion picture history by Variety marked the end of an era. Though his passing came as a result of old age and long-standing health complications, the fact that it occurred on Christmas morning while surrounded by his family added a poignant note to the story of this legendary figure. Born on April 16, 1889 in London, England, Charlie Chaplin's journey to becoming a cinematic icon began with humble origins. Raised in poverty and experiencing the instability of his parents' lives, Chaplin turned to performance from a young age, honing his skills on the stage. His talent and comedic genius led him to Hollywood in the early 20th century, where he would achieve worldwide fame for creating The Little Tramp, one of the most enduring and beloved characters in film history. With his distinctive bowler hat, cane, oversized shoes, and signature mustache, The Little Tramp became a universal symbol of resilience, humor, and hope during the silent film era. Chaplin's career spanned over 75 years, and his work, such as The Kid, 1921, City Lights, 1931, Modern Times, 1936, and The Great Dictator, 1940, solidified his status as a pioneer of motion pictures. Beyond acting, he wrote, directed, and scored his own films, showcasing his unparalleled artistry. His bold satire in The Great Dictator criticized Adolf Hitler and fascism at a time when such commentary was risky. However, Chaplin's later life was marked by controversy. During the post-World War II Red Scare in America, Chaplin faced accusations of communist sympathies. This led to a severe backlash, and after a trip to Europe in 1952, the United States government revoked his re-entry visa. Feeling disillusioned, Chaplin settled in Switzerland with his wife, Una O'Neill, and their children. Despite the political troubles, Chaplin remained an icon beloved worldwide. In 1972, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences recognized his extraordinary contributions to cinema by awarding him an honorary Oscar. The ovation lasted over 12 minutes, a fitting tribute to a man who had revolutionized the art of film. In the final years of his life, Chaplin's health steadily declined. Confined to a wheelchair, dependent on an oxygen tank, and facing hearing and vision loss, the once vibrant performer remained under the care of his family. Una, his wife of over 3 decades, reflected on his death, noting with quiet sadness that it felt particularly bittersweet for him to pass on Christmas Day, a holiday meant for joy and togetherness. Chaplin's death, though peaceful, did not mark the end of his story. In an almost surreal turn of events, his body was stolen from its grave in Coursier-sur-Vevey, Switzerland, months after his burial. The grave robbers sought ransom from Chaplin's grieving family, but their plot was foiled, and his body was recovered. To prevent further desecration, Chaplin was reburied in a reinforced concrete grave, ensuring his final resting place remained undisturbed. James Brown.
But it would be nothing.
On December 25, 2006, the world lost James Brown, the legendary godfather of soul, whose electrifying performances, dynamic voice, and genre-defining hits forever changed the landscape of music. Brown, who died at 73 in Atlanta, Georgia, left behind a towering legacy that continues to inspire generations. Born on May 3, 1933 in Barnwell, South Carolina, James Brown rose from a childhood of poverty to become one of the most influential figures in modern music. With iconic hits like I Got You, I Feel Good, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, and It's a Man's World, he revolutionized soul and funk music. Brown's elaborate dance moves, raspy vocals, and relentless energy made him a global icon and set new standards for live performance. However, his life was not without challenges. Legal troubles, personal struggles, and health issues frequently made headlines. Yet Brown's spirit remained unshakable. Even in his later years, he continued to tour tirelessly, bringing his signature energy to the stage well into his 70s. In December 2006, Brown was hospitalized at Emory Crawford Long Hospital in Atlanta with pneumonia. Initially, his condition seemed to improve, and his doctor, Marvin Crawford, was optimistic. However, on Christmas morning, Brown passed away suddenly, leaving fans and family shocked. Dr. Crawford described the speed of Brown's decline as odd, given his apparent stabilization just hours before. "It seemed too quick," he remarked, sparking lingering questions about the circumstances of his death. Officially, Brown's death was attributed to congestive heart failure caused by complications from pneumonia. However, the lack of an autopsy raised doubts. Brown's daughter, Yama, defended the family's decision not to pursue one, citing personal reasons and faith that his death was part of God's plan. "That was the day that God chose to take him," she said. Despite this, Dr. Crawford later suggested that an autopsy might have provided clarity, fueling speculation about Brown's sudden decline. The news of James Brown's death sent shockwaves through the music world. Tributes poured in from fans, fellow musicians, and public figures, celebrating his unparalleled influence. Rolling Stone magazine hailed him as a genius, a showman, and a force of nature. Artists across genres credited him as a primary inspiration, acknowledging his role in shaping modern music. Brown's passing on Christmas Day felt symbolic, marking the end of a life that was larger than itself. His contributions to soul, funk, and R&B remain immeasurable, and his spirit endures through the music he left behind. From his chart-topping hits to his groundbreaking performances, James Brown gave the world rhythm, joy, and energy that continue to resonate. Though questions about his death persist, his legacy remains untarnished. As his most famous anthem, "I Got You, I Feel Good," declares, James Brown's music ensures that audiences will always feel the same. The godfather of soul may be gone, but his influence will forever echo in the hearts of music lovers worldwide. George Michael. On December 25, 2016, the world was stunned by the death of George Michael, the beloved British pop star whose soulful voice and timeless hits had defined a generation. Known for songs like Careless Whisper, Faith, and the poignant holiday classic Last Christmas, his passing at age 53 was sudden and heartbreaking. That the singer of Last Christmas would leave the world on Christmas Day added a bittersweet irony to his legacy. Born Georgios Kyriakos Panayotou on June 25, 1963 in London, George Michael rose to fame in the 1980s as one half of Wham, alongside childhood friend Andrew Ridgeley. Their infectious hits, including Wake Me Up Before You Go Go and Club Tropicana, brought them international success. Michael's 1987 solo debut album, Faith, cemented him as a global superstar, selling over 25 million copies and earning critical acclaim. With his distinctive voice, magnetic stage presence, and heartfelt songwriting, Michael became one of the best-selling and most respected artists in music history. Despite his success, Michael's life was marked by struggles with privacy, fame, and health issues, as well as personal losses. In his later years, he withdrew from the spotlight, focusing on music and charity. On Christmas morning in 2016, Michael's boyfriend, Fadi Fawaz, discovered the singer's lifeless body at his home in Goring-on-Thames, Oxfordshire. Fawaz described the moment, saying, "I went round there to wake him up and he was just gone, lying peacefully in bed." Initially, speculation swirled around the circumstances of his death. However, a coroner later confirmed Michael died of dilated cardiomyopathy, with myocarditis and fatty liver, conditions that weakened his heart. News of Michael's passing sent shockwaves across the world. Fans, fellow musicians, and public figures mourned the loss of an artist who brought joy and meaning to millions. Elton John called him the kindest, most generous soul and a brilliant artist. Tributes poured in, celebrating Michael's extraordinary talent, his bold individuality, and his influence on pop music. In the days before his death, neighbors reported seeing Michael quietly preparing for the holidays, though he kept to himself. He spent his final evening either alone or with his housekeeper, an unassuming end to a life so vibrant. Adding to the family's grief, his sister Melanie Panayotou passed away on Christmas Day in 2019, further entwining the holiday with sadness. Before his death, Michael had been working on a documentary titled Freedom, which was released posthumously in 2017. The film revealed his struggles, triumphs, and reflections, offering a glimpse into his vulnerabilities and brilliance. For fans worldwide, the anniversary of George Michael's death remains a poignant occasion. Hearing Last Christmas during the holiday season serves as a celebration of his artistry and a reminder of his loss. Though gone too soon, George Michael's music continues to resonate, offering solace and joy. As he declared in Freedom 90, "I won't let you down, I will not give you up." True to those words, George Michael's spirit endures as one of the most cherished voices in music history. How do you think George Michael's music has helped you through tough times or celebrated special moments? Comment with a personal story, or simply type RIPG to pay your respects. Eartha Kitt.
Not for someone who decides to live with me to decide, not for me.
On December 25, 2008, the world bid farewell to Eartha Kitt, the legendary entertainer whose career spanned dance, Broadway, Hollywood, and music. Known for her sultry voice, fierce independence, and iconic performance of Santa Baby, Kitt died at the age of 81 in her Connecticut home after a difficult battle with advanced colon cancer. Her death on Christmas Day carried a poignant irony for fans who associated her with the beloved holiday classic. Born on January 17, 1927 in South Carolina, Eartha Mae Kitt endured a challenging childhood marked by poverty, rejection, and discrimination. These early struggles forged her unshakable spirit, laying the foundation for a groundbreaking career. Kitt's rise began as a dancer in the Catherine Dunham Company, which opened doors to Broadway, Hollywood, and the international music scene. Her distinctive voice and captivating stage presence made her a global star, while hits like C'est Bon and Santa Baby showcased her playful elegance and sophisticated style. Kitt's versatility extended beyond music. She achieved success as an actress, becoming unforgettable as Catwoman in the 1960s Batman series. Her feline grace and sharp wit made her portrayal iconic, while later roles, like the villainous Yzma in Disney's The Emperor's New Groove 2000, introduced her comedic brilliance to a new generation. Throughout her life, Kitt was also a fearless activist. In 1968, she made headlines for speaking out against the Vietnam War at a White House luncheon, criticizing its impact on families and young men. Her remarks led to professional backlash and near blacklisting in the United States, but Kitt remained undeterred, performing abroad and continuing to build her legacy. Her courage and resilience made her a trailblazer for women and people of color, challenging societal norms and inspiring future generations. In her final moments, Kitt's unrelenting spirit shone through. Her daughter, Kit Shapiro, who was by her side, later described her mother's passing as powerful and reflective of her will to live. "She screamed at the top of her lungs," Shapiro shared, refusing to go quietly or willingly. "She left this world with a bang." Eartha Kitt's death on Christmas Day was especially poignant given her connection to the holiday through Santa Baby, a song that remains a seasonal favorite. Fans across the globe mourned her loss, celebrating a career defined by creativity, strength, and defiance. Kitt's extraordinary life serves as a testament to perseverance, artistry, and empowerment. As she once said, "I'm learning all the time, the tombstone will be my diploma." Eartha Kitt left an indelible mark on the world, living fully and unapologetically. Her voice, courage, and enduring legacy continue to inspire, ensuring that her impact on entertainment and activism will never fade. Dean Martin.
Frank's my guest on our...
Oh, get the cops right away.
Frank's on our cops.
On December 25, 1995, Dean Martin, one of mid-century entertainment's most iconic figures, passed away at 78. Known for his velvety voice, effortless charm, and laid-back persona, Martin's death marked the end of an era defined by Hollywood glamour and the legendary Rat Pack. His passing, caused by complications from lung cancer and emphysema, came on Christmas Day, a poignant farewell to the man affectionately called the King of Cool. Born Dino Paul Crescetti on June 7, 1917 in Steubenville, Ohio, Martin's rise to fame was unconventional. The son of Italian immigrants, he dropped out of high school and worked blue-collar jobs, including as a steelworker and prizefighter known as Kid Crochet. His charm and natural talent for entertaining led him to singing, and by the 1940s, he had built a career as a nightclub performer. Martin's breakthrough came in 1946 when he teamed up with comedian Jerry Lewis. Their chemistry lit up nightclubs, television, and films, making them one of the most beloved comedy duos of the era. However, Martin eventually pursued a solo career, finding even greater success. Hits like That's Amore, Volare, and Everybody Loves Somebody showcased his smooth baritone voice. and cemented his place as one of the greatest crooners of all time. Beyond music, Martin became a Hollywood star and television fixture. He appeared in classics like Rio Bravo, 1959, and Ocean's 11, 1960, and hosted the long-running Dean Martin Show, where his cool, carefree persona shone brightest. As a core member of the Rat Pack, alongside Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr., Martin embodied the effortless cool of the 1950s and 60s, often performing with a glass of whiskey in hand. Yet his daughter, Deanna Martin, revealed that the drink was often apple juice, and that behind the scenes, Martin was far quieter and more private than his on-stage persona suggested. In later years, Martin's lifelong smoking habit caught up to him. The cigarettes that once symbolized his iconic image led to kidney problems, emphysema, and lung cancer. By 1993, his declining health forced him to retire. Frank Sinatra, who considered Martin a brother, mourned his friend's struggles, describing him as family. Dean Martin died quietly at his Beverly Hills home on Christmas Day, surrounded by loved ones. Fans and entertainers alike paid tribute, mourning the loss of a man who epitomized cool and sophistication. Sinatra's words summed up the collective grief. Dean was more than a friend. He was my brother, not just to me, but to everyone who loved him. Martin's death on Christmas Day seemed fitting, poignant, and bittersweet. In life, he brought joy and warmth to millions, and in death, he slipped away on a day symbolizing comfort and togetherness. His enduring appeal lies in his ability to make performance look effortless, whether through a song, a smile, or a joke. Decades later, Dean Martin's legacy remains timeless. His music and films continue to captivate, serving as a nostalgic soundtrack to mid-century elegance. As he once crooned, "Everybody loves somebody sometime," and in the hearts of his fans, Dean Martin is loved to this day. Nancy Grace Roman. On December 25, 2018, Nancy Grace Roman, celebrated as the mother of Hubble, passed away at 93. Her death on Christmas Day marked the loss of a trailblazing astronomer who defied societal norms and transformed space exploration. Roman's groundbreaking contributions to NASA and her pivotal role in the Hubble Space Telescope forever changed humanity's understanding of the universe. Born on May 16, 1925, in Nashville, Tennessee, Nancy Grace Roman's love for astronomy began early. Despite her passion, she faced constant discouragement. Teachers and mentors dismissed her aspirations, with a high school counselor bluntly stating that women could not be scientists. Refusing to be deterred, Roman earned a bachelor's degree in astronomy from Swarthmore College in 1946 and a PhD from the University of Chicago in 1949. In 1959, Roman joined NASA as one of its first employees and became the agency's first chief of astronomy, an unprecedented achievement for a woman at the time. She championed space-based astronomy, understanding that Earth's atmosphere distorted observations. Roman advocated for placing observatories in orbit, leading to the launch of NASA's first orbiting astronomical observatories and paving the way for future advancements. Her most significant contribution was the Hubble Space Telescope. Roman played a critical role in securing funding, planning, and developing the revolutionary project, which launched in 1990. The Hubble remains one of humanity's greatest scientific achievements, capturing breathtaking images of galaxies, nebulae, and stars, while inspiring countless scientists and dreamers. Roman's influence extended beyond the Hubble. She contributed to other critical NASA programs and became a vocal advocate for women in science, encouraging young girls to pursue careers in fields long dominated by men. Her perseverance proved that barriers could be broken. In 2017, Roman's legacy was honored as part of LEGO's Women of NASA set, recognizing her alongside fellow trailblazers Mae Jemison, Sally Ride, and Margaret Hamilton. The set celebrated her inspiring role in advancing science and space exploration, particularly for future generations of women. Nancy Grace Roman passed away quietly on Christmas Day, leaving a legacy built on passion, determination, and vision. As she once said, "I knew that I wanted to be an astronomer, and no one was going to stop me." True to her words, Roman's work endures through the Hubble Space Telescope, which continues to orbit Earth, expanding our knowledge of the cosmos. Her life's achievements remind us that even the stars are within reach. Do you think Nancy Roman's legacy inspires young girls and women to pursue careers in science and astronomy? Comment with yes or no. Joan Miro. On December 25, 1983, Joan Miro, one of modern art's greatest masters, passed away at the age of 90. The renowned Spanish artist, whose imaginative works bridged abstraction, surrealism, and symbolism, left behind a profound legacy that continues to inspire artists and admirers worldwide. Even as his health failed in the final weeks of his life, Miro remained a forward-thinking visionary, contemplating art's future and the next generation of creators. Born on April 20, 1893 in Barcelona, Miro's artistic roots were deeply tied to Catalonia. Despite his father's hopes for a traditional career, Miro pursued his passion for art, studying at the Barcelona School of Fine Arts. His early work celebrated his Catalan heritage, featuring vibrant colors, local landscapes, and cultural motifs. In the 1920s, Miro's career flourished as he moved to Paris, the heart of avant-garde movements. There, he became associated with surrealists like André Breton and Max Ernst, though he resisted strict categorization. Miro developed a distinctive style that fused abstraction, playful symbolism, and fantastical imagery. His works, often described as whimsical and dreamlike, reflected both childlike innocence and deep emotional complexity. Miro revolutionized modern art, pushing the boundaries of abstraction and influencing future generations, including artists like Jackson Pollock and Mark Rothko. His ability to convey profound meaning through simplicity made him a voice of a generation, reflecting the spirit of a changing world. His paintings, sculptures, and ceramics were celebrated in renowned institutions, including New York's Museum of Modern Art and London's Tate, while his approach inspired movements ranging from abstract expressionism to minimalism. In his later years, Miro faced significant health challenges. Suffering from heart and lung issues, he spent his final weeks bedridden, with a brief hospitalization for breathing difficulties. Yet, his mind remained sharp, reportedly still focused on art's future and its role in shaping the world. On Christmas Day in 1983, Miro passed away quietly in his Barcelona home, surrounded by the city that had shaped his artistic vision. His death marked the loss of a revolutionary artist, yet his enduring spirit reflected a lifetime driven by creativity and curiosity. Miro's legacy remains timeless. He once said, "I try to apply colors like words that shape poems, like notes that shape music." His works, with their vibrant imagination and transformative simplicity, continue to speak to the soul, offering a visual symphony that transcends boundaries. For many, Miro was more than an artist. He was a visionary who redefined how we experience art. His influence lives on through the Fundació Joan Miro in Barcelona and the masterpieces housed in the world's greatest museums. His passing on Christmas Day added poignancy to his life's close, reminding us of his lasting gift to the world, art that is profound, playful, and timeless. Helen Joseph. On December 25, 1992, Helen Joseph, a fearless anti-apartheid activist and one of South Africa's most respected voices for justice, passed away at 87. Her death on Christmas Day marked the end of a life devoted to equality, courage, and unwavering resistance to apartheid. Born on April 8, 1905 in Sussex, England, Helen Joseph initially trained as a teacher before moving to South Africa in 1931, where she later became a social worker. Despite her privileged background as a white woman, Joseph's work exposed her to the stark racial injustices under apartheid. Her deep compassion and moral conviction drove her to become a prominent figure in the fight against systemic oppression, transforming her into a symbol of hope for countless South Africans. Joseph played a leading role in the anti-apartheid movement as a founding member of the Federation of South African Women. She was instrumental in organizing the historic 1956 Women's March to Pretoria, where thousands of women protested against the oppressive pass laws that restricted black South Africans' movement. Standing in front of the Union buildings, Joseph boldly proclaimed, "Wathint abafazi, wathint imbokado, you strike a woman, you strike a rock." The phrase became a rallying cry for women's resistance in South Africa. Her activism made her a target of the apartheid regime. In 1962, Joseph was placed under house arrest in an attempt to silence her voice. Despite years of harassment, threats, and isolation, she refused to back down. Joseph survived assassination attempts, including gunfire at her home and a bomb in her mailbox. Declared a listed person, she was banned from public speaking and attending gatherings, yet her spirit remained unbroken. During these difficult years, Helen Joseph became a beloved figure among activists and political prisoners' families. Her unwavering support earned her the admiration of Nelson Mandela and his family, who considered her part of their extended kin. Winnie Mandela described Joseph as a woman of immense courage and kindness, a sentiment echoed by all who knew her. Joseph lived long enough to witness the beginning of apartheid's collapse. Nelson Mandela's release in 1990 symbolized hope for a free South Africa. Despite declining health, she battled cancer and had suffered a heart attack. Joseph remained politically active. In March 1992, she proudly cast her vote in South Africa's referendum to end apartheid, fulfilling a lifelong dream. On Christmas Day 1992, Helen Joseph passed away, just months before South Africa's first democratic elections in 1994, when Mandela became president. Though she did not live to see the full realization of her efforts, her contributions were instrumental in bringing about change. Helen Joseph's legacy endures as a symbol of courage, justice, and compassion. She stood at the forefront of the anti-apartheid struggle, facing persecution and isolation with unwavering bravery. As Nelson Mandela once said, "We owe a great debt to those who stood with us in our darkest hours." Helen Joseph was one of those lights, unbreakable and resolute, a true rock in the fight for liberation. Frank Calabrese Sr. On December 25, 2012, Frank Calabrese Sr., one of the most infamous hitmen in Chicago Mafia history, died at the age of 75 while serving a life sentence. His passing on Christmas Day, a holiday symbolizing peace and redemption, carried a sharp irony, given his violent and chilling legacy. Known as a throwback gangster, Calabrese's life was marked by crime, manipulation, and betrayal, ultimately ending in prison isolation. Born in 1937 into a working-class Italian-American family in Chicago, Calabrese's life followed a familiar path into organized crime. Growing up in the heart of Chicago's outfit culture, he quickly earned a reputation as a powerful and dangerous enforcer. Described as strong as a bull and quick-witted, Calabrese combined street smarts and intimidation with charm, making him a highly effective figure within the outfit's ranks. Calabrese was linked to loan sharking, extortion, and racketeering, but it was his role as a hitman that cemented his notoriety. During the Chicago Family Secrets investigation, it was revealed that he had participated in at least 10 gruesome murders. Known for strangling victims with a rope and at times slitting their throats to ensure death, his brutal methods made him feared among mobsters and law enforcement alike. His downfall came in 2007 during the Operation Family Secrets trial, one of the largest mob prosecutions in U.S. history. In a shocking betrayal, Calabrese's brother Nicholas turned government witness and testified against him. Nicholas's cooperation, unprecedented within the Chicago Mafia, exposed the outfit's secrets and led to convictions for multiple high-ranking mob figures, including Frank Sr. Nicholas painted his brother as a dangerous manipulator whose charm masked his volatile and violent nature. In 2009, Calabrese was sentenced to life in prison for the murders and other crimes. The judge referred to him as uniquely evil, underscoring the calculated brutality of his actions. Behind bars, Calabrese's health deteriorated. He relied on numerous medications and struggled with age-related illnesses in the years leading up to his death. On Christmas Day 2012, Frank Calabrese Sr. died in a North Carolina federal prison. The Family Secrets trial, driven by betrayal within his own family, exposed the brutal reality of mob life and shattered the tight bonds of loyalty that once held it together. To many, Frank Calabrese Sr. remains a symbol of a bygone era of organized crime, a figure both feared and fascinating. His story serves as a chilling reminder of the human cost of the mafia's violent world, where power and loyalty can corrupt, fracture families, and leave lasting scars. His death, though symbolic, could not soften the legacy of violence he left behind. Billy Martin. On December 25, 1989, Billy Martin, one of baseball's most iconic and controversial figures, died in a single-vehicle car crash at the age of 61. Martin, a New York Yankees legend as both a player and manager, left behind a legacy of brilliance, grit, and turmoil. His tragic death on Christmas Day shocked the baseball world and marked the end of a life inseparable from the game he loved. Born Alfred Manuel Martin on May 16, 1928 in Berkeley, California, Billy Martin's baseball journey began humbly. A scrappy, determined infielder, Martin played for the Yankees from 1950 to 1957, winning 4 World Series championships. His performance in the 1953 World Series was unforgettable. He batted .500 and made a game-saving catch, proving his knack for excelling under pressure. While his playing career showcased his grit, It was as a manager that Martin made his biggest mark. Equal parts brilliant strategist and fiery competitor, he led the Yankees to a World Series title in 1977. However, his relationship with Yankees owner George Steinbrenner was famously volatile. Martin managed the Yankees 5 times under Steinbrenner, with the two sharing a love-hate dynamic. Steinbrenner once said, "Billy's the best manager I ever had, but he's also the most difficult." Martin's passion for baseball and his fiery temperament made him both admired and polarizing. He revived struggling teams, demanded discipline, and brought intensity to every game. Former players and colleagues often praised his baseball genius and ability to inspire his teams to greatness. Yankees fans loved him for his unapologetic style and relentless pursuit of victory. Off the field, Martin's struggles were well known. He battled alcohol abuse throughout his life, and his confrontational personality often led to public controversies and barroom altercations. These personal challenges, while troubling, added to the complexity of his legacy. On Christmas Day 1989, Martin's life ended in tragedy. While returning from a local bar with his friend Bill Reedy, their pickup truck skidded off an icy road near Martin's home in Fenton, New York, crashing into a culvert. Martin was pronounced dead at the scene. Confusion surrounded who had been driving, as Reedy initially claimed Martin was at the wheel before later admitting otherwise. Reedy's intoxication was confirmed and he was convicted of driving under the influence. News of Martin's death sent shockwaves through the baseball world. Yankees owner George Steinbrenner called Martin a Yankee legend and one of the greatest competitors I've ever known. Martin had been excited about the holidays and was reportedly planning to take on a larger role with the Yankees the following season. Billy Martin's funeral was attended by baseball greats, particularly from the Yankees family. His tombstone, located in the shadows of Yankee Stadium at Gate of Heaven Cemetery, reads, "I may not have been the greatest Yankee to put on the uniform, but I was the proudest." Martin's legacy is complex, defined by his passion, brilliance, and flaws. He embodied the spirit of baseball, a fierce fighter who lived to win regardless of the cost. His death on Christmas Day remains a somber end to an extraordinary life. But his influence on the Yankees and the game of baseball endures. To this day, he is remembered fondly as a man who gave his all to the sport he loved. Home Alone. Cast then and now, 1990 versus 2024.
Yet totally relatable sense of humor to everything that you have chosen to do since Home Alone.
It's been over 30 years since Home Alone hit the big screen, turning a mischievous kid and his chaotic family into pop culture legends. But where are they now? From rising stars to shocking transformations and even heartbreaking losses, you won't believe what's happened to the cast of this beloved holiday classic. How did one child star's life take such a wild turn? Who became an award-winning icon? And who said goodbye far too soon? Stick around, because this is Home Alone like you've never seen it before. 1990 versus 2024. You'll be amazed at how much can change in 3 decades. Anna Sloty, Brooke McAllister. Anna Sloty played Brooke McAllister, one of Kevin's many siblings in Home Alone, 1990. Though her role was small, Brooke's sassy attitude and comical reactions helped round out the chaotic McAllister household, making her a memorable part of the ensemble. After Home Alone, Anna transitioned into television, appearing in shows like The Torkelsons and Step by Step. However, she eventually stepped away from acting to pursue a legal career. Today, Anna Sloty Reitmeyer is a practicing attorney specializing in public interest law. Balancing her legal work and family life, she stays out of the limelight, but occasionally reflects on her acting days with fondness. It's incredible to see the lasting impact of a film we worked on as kids. People still adore it, especially around the holidays, she once said in an interview. Her career shift shows how passions evolve, but fans still cherish her Home Alone charm. Daniel Stern, Marv Murchison. Daniel Stern delivered comedy gold as Marv, the dim-witted yet lovable thief and one half of the infamous Wet Bandits. His slapstick antics with Joe Pesci became iconic, cementing their roles as unforgettable villains in holiday movie history. Following Home Alone, Stern continued to thrive as an actor, director, and voice artist. He narrated the beloved TV series The Wonder Years, appeared in City Slickers, and directed projects like Rookie of the Year. Beyond Hollywood, Stern is also an accomplished sculptor. Reflecting on his time as Marv, he once joked, "It's weird knowing my greatest contribution to pop culture might be getting hit with paint cans and tarantulas." Daniel's blend of comedic timing and artistic versatility keeps him adored by fans of all ages. From slapstick to sculpture, his creativity knows no bounds, and Marv's legacy remains timeless. Devon Ratray, Buzz McAllister. Devon Ratray made audiences laugh and cringe as Buzz McAllister, Kevin's obnoxious older brother known for his booby-trapped bedroom and questionable pet tarantula. Buzz's brash personality and classic sibling rivalry scenes became a hallmark of Home Alone. After Home Alone, Rattray built a solid acting career, appearing in films like Nebraska and Hustlers, and guest starring in series such as Law and Order, SVU. He even reprised his role as Buzz in Disney Plus' 2021 film Home Sweet Home Alone, giving fans a nostalgic treat. Buzz was the quintessential big brother, a bit of a jerk, but still lovable in his own way, Rattray remarked, acknowledging how fans still connect with the character decades later. Devon's ability to embrace his Home Alone roots while evolving as an actor proves his lasting appeal, keeping audiences smiling long after the credits roll. Angela Gothal's Linnie McAllister. Angela Gothal's portrayed Linnie McAllister, Kevin's sarcastic older sister who delivered some of the film's funniest quips. Her playful teasing and deadpan delivery made her a relatable part of the bustling McAllister household. After Home Alone, Angela continued acting, earning roles in films like Jerry Maguire and TV shows including 24 and Grey's Anatomy. She later stepped back from the entertainment industry to focus on her personal life. Today, Angela is a devoted mother and enjoys a quieter lifestyle outside Hollywood. Reflecting on her role in Home Alone, Angela shared, "It's a joy to be part of something that brings people happiness every holiday season." Though her on-screen appearances are less frequent, Angela's portrayal of Linnie remains cherished by fans. Her wit and charm help bring depth to the McAllister family, solidifying her place in the film's legacy. Michael C. Morona, Jeff McAllister. Michael C. Morona played Jeff McAllister, one of Kevin's mischievous older brothers. Jeff's snarky humor and hilarious one-liners, like "Kevin, you're such a disease," added to the memorable chaos of the McAllister household. Following Home Alone, Morona gained fame as Big Pete in Nickelodeon's cult favorite series, The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Afterward, he pivoted to a behind-the-scenes career as an electrician for film and TV productions, working on shows like Elementary and Jessica Jones. In a podcast interview, he mused, "Being part of something as iconic as Home Alone is surreal. It's like a holiday time capsule I'll always be a part of." Michael's journey from actor to crew member highlights his passion for the industry in diverse roles. Fans still remember Jeff's antics fondly, appreciating the humor he brought to the film. Joe Pesci, Harry Lime. Joe Pesci brought a perfect mix of menace and hilarity to Harry Lime, the hot-tempered leader of the Wet Bandits. His chemistry with Daniel Stern made Harry's schemes and pratfalls a comedic highlight of Home Alone. Already a celebrated actor prior to the film, Pesci's career soared with acclaimed performances in Goodfellas and My Cousin Vinny. After Home Alone, he earned an Academy Award for Goodfellas and later appeared in The Irishman alongside Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Though semi-retired, Pesci occasionally returns for select projects. "I took the role because I wanted to try comedy and I had a blast doing it," Pesci once explained of his Home Alone experience. Joe's legendary range from mobster dramas to holiday classics proves his enduring talent. Harry Lime remains a beloved part of his illustrious career, bringing laughs to every festive season. Jerry Bumman, Uncle Frank. Jerry Bumman delivered unforgettable humor as Uncle Frank, Kevin's penny-pinching, overbearing relative whose snide remarks made him hilariously detestable. Lines like "Look what you did, you little jerk," earned him a spot as one of the most memorable minor antagonists in Home Alone. Post-Home Alone, Bumman enjoyed a successful career in film and television, appearing in Law and Order, Runaway Jury, and The Bodyguard. Though his work slowed in recent years, he occasionally returned to the stage where his acting career first began. In an interview, Bumman quipped, "Uncle Frank may not be winning any family awards, but fans sure love to hate him." Despite his character's grumpiness, Bumman's performance is fondly remembered by fans who grew up with the McAllister family. Uncle Frank remains a testament to his comedic talent and impeccable delivery. John Hurd, Peter McAllister. John Hurd portrayed Peter McAllister, the loving but overwhelmed father whose oversight set Kevin's adventures in motion. Heard's grounded performance brought warmth and relatability to the McAllister patriarch amidst the film's chaos. Already a seasoned actor before Home Alone, Heard's post-film career included standout roles in The Sopranos, Beaches, and Big. He balanced mainstream hits with indie projects, earning praise for his versatility. Tragically, Heard passed away in 2017, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances. Reflecting on his Home Alone role, Heard once shared, "It's a joy to be part of something that resonates with families year after year." John's portrayal of Peter remains a comforting presence in this holiday classic. His ability to anchor the film's heartfelt moments continues to endear him to fans worldwide, even after his passing. Christen Minter, Heather McAllister. Christen Minter played Heather McAllister, Kevin's older cousin, whose infamous headcount mistake caused him to be left behind. Her quick line, "There are 15 people in this house, and you're the only one who has to make trouble," captured the frantic energy of the McAllister family holiday. After Home Alone, Christen went on to star as Kathy Winslow in Cool as Ice, and had recurring roles in TV dramas like ER and This Is Us. She's also appeared in indie films and on stage, showing a range that extends beyond her early career roles. In a recent interview, she said, "Being part of Home Alone was like being part of a family. It's wonderful to see the love for the film endure." Christen's role, though brief, left a lasting impression, showcasing her talent and solidifying her place in the hearts of Home Alone fans everywhere. Love this video? Show some love with a like and a subscribe. Hate it? A like would still be awesome, and your feedback in the comments will help me improve. Kieran Culkin, Fuller McAllister. Kieran Culkin portrayed Fuller McAllister, Kevin's Pepsi-loving cousin, infamous for his wide-eyed grin and bedwetting habits. Though a minor character, Fuller's antics left a lasting impression thanks to Kieran's natural comedic timing. After Home Alone, Kieran transitioned from child actor to celebrated performer, with standout roles in films like Igby Goes Down and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. His portrayal of Roman Roy in HBO's Succession catapulted him to new heights, earning critical acclaim and multiple Emmy nominations. In reflecting on his career, Culkin shared, "I never set out to follow in anyone's footsteps. I just wanted to tell interesting stories." From a scene-stealing kid in Home Alone to one of Hollywood's most compelling actors, Kieran has continued to evolve. Fans who first saw him as Fuller enjoy watching his brilliant work while revisiting the film that started it all. Hilary Wolfe, Megan McAllister. Hilary Wolfe played Megan McAllister, Kevin's snarky older sister whose insult, "You're what the French call les incompetents," became one of the film's most quoted lines. Megan's no-nonsense personality added humor to the McAllister family chaos. After Home Alone and its sequel, Hilary stepped away from acting to focus on competitive judo, becoming a two-time Olympian for the United States in 1996 and 2000. Her passion for martial arts led her to write a memoir about the discipline and grit she cultivated through judo. In reflecting on her Hollywood to Olympics journey, Hilary said, "Acting was fun, but judo gave me purpose. It taught me resilience." Though she left acting, Megan McAllister remains iconic to fans of Home Alone. Hilary's ability to excel in two vastly different arenas showcases her talent and determination, inspiring audiences who continue to adore her memorable role. John Candy, Gus Polinski. John Candy brought unforgettable charm to Gus Polinski, the polka king of the Midwest. Gus's good-hearted offer to help Kate McAllister get home was a heartwarming highlight of Home Alone. Candy improvised many of his lines, turning Gus into a standout character despite his brief screen time. Already a comedy legend before Home Alone, Candy was celebrated for roles in Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, and more. Following the film, he continued delivering laughs in Cool Runnings and Canadian Bacon. Tragically, he passed away in 1994, leaving a massive void in the world of comedy. Director Chris Columbus once said, "John's humor and heart made him irreplaceable. He brought joy to every project." Candy's turn as Gus remains beloved by fans, showcasing his unique ability to blend comedy and kindness. His Home Alone appearance is a treasured part of his enduring legacy. Santa Moses, Tracy McAllister. Santa Moses played Tracy McAllister, one of Kevin's many siblings in Home Alone, whose role added to the family's chaotic holiday atmosphere. While Tracy didn't have many lines, she contributed to the film's relatable family dynamic as part of the bustling McAllister clan. After Home Alone, Santa Moses stepped away from acting and focused on other creative endeavors outside the entertainment industry. Though her Hollywood career was brief, her participation in one of the most beloved holiday films of all time has kept her connected to its enduring legacy. Reflecting on her experience, Moses once said, "Being part of a movie that families watch year after year is such a gift. It's like a little piece of history." Though her role was small, Tracy McAllister remains a key part of the McAllister family tapestry, reminding fans of the magic of Home Alone. Larry Hankin, Officer Balzac. Larry Hankin appeared as Officer Balzac, the grumpy cop who brushed off the McAllisters' frantic pleas to check on Kevin. His dry, no-nonsense demeanor in this brief but memorable scene added a touch of humor to the film's early tension. Hankin, a veteran character actor, has enjoyed a prolific career spanning decades, with roles in iconic shows like Friends, where he played Mr. Heckles, and Breaking Bad. He's also appeared in numerous films, including Escape from Alcatraz and Billy Madison. A versatile performer, Hankin has written and directed several independent projects, showcasing his talent behind the camera. "The secret to staying in the business? Keep doing what you love," Hankin has said of his long career. While Officer Balzac was a minor role, Hankin's comedic timing added depth to the film, and fans still recognize him from his many unforgettable performances. Terry Snell, Aunt Leslie McAllister. Terry Snell played Aunt Leslie McAllister, the frazzled but well-meaning aunt who, alongside Uncle Frank, contributed to the family's humorous chaos. Her exasperated reactions and relatable one-liners made her a lovable part of Home Alone's ensemble. After Home Alone, Snell continued acting, appearing in films like Groundhog Day and TV series such as Early Edition and Chicago Fire. She also pursued theater work, honing her craft on stage and teaching acting classes. Though her roles have often been small, Snell has left an impression on audiences with her authentic performances. Reflecting on her Home Alone experience, Snell said, "It's amazing to be part of something that means so much to so many families." Aunt Leslie may not have had a leading role, but Snell's portrayal added warmth and relatability, helping to make the McAllister family's chaos unforgettable. Roberts Blossom, Marley. Roberts Blossom delivered a heartfelt and unforgettable performance as Old Man Marley, the mysterious neighbor with a misunderstood reputation. Initially feared by Kevin, Marley became a key part of Home Alone's emotional arc, offering wisdom and kindness in a pivotal church scene that resonated deeply with audiences. Blossom was already a respected character actor before Home Alone, with standout roles in Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Christine. Following the film, he continued to act in projects like Doc Hollywood before retiring in the late 1990s to focus on poetry, one of his lifelong passions. Blossom passed away in 2011 at the age of 87, leaving behind a legacy of powerful and nuanced performances. His portrayal of Marley remains a highlight of Home Alone, reminding viewers of the importance of family, forgiveness, and second chances during the holiday season. Diana Rhine, Sandra McAllister. Diana Rhine played Sandra McAllister, one of Kevin's older cousins, who added to the comedic chaos of the McAllister household. Sandra's quips and frustrated expressions perfectly captured the exasperation of dealing with such a large, hectic family during the holidays. After Home Alone, Diana pursued a career outside acting, ultimately finding her voice as a talented musician. Known today as the Six-String Siren, she's a successful blues guitarist and singer-songwriter, earning accolades in the music industry for albums like Queen of My Castle and Long Road. Her work blends classic blues influences with modern sounds, showcasing her versatility. Diana's transition from child actor to accomplished musician highlights her creative spirit and determination. While fans may fondly remember her as Sandra, she has carved a new legacy for herself, impressing audiences worldwide with her soulful artistry. Have you listened to Diana Rhine's music? Comment with the title of your favorite song or album, or simply type yes if you're a fan of her work. Danny Warhol, Pizza Boy. Danny Warhol brought laughs as the flustered pizza boy who delivers to the McAllister household in Home Alone and unwittingly gets caught in Kevin's Angels with Filthy Souls prank. His startled reaction to "Keep the change, you filthy animal" remains one of the film's funniest moments. While his role in Home Alone was brief, Warhol perfectly embodied the film's quirky humor. Afterward, he continued working in the entertainment industry, appearing in commercials, short films, and other minor roles. Behind the scenes, Warhol also explored work in film production and screenwriting, showcasing his range in the creative arts. Though best known for his comedic turn as the confused pizza boy, Warhol's small but memorable role added to the charm of Home Alone. Fans continue to enjoy this classic scene, proving that even the smallest parts can make a lasting impact. Hope Davis, French ticket agent. Hope Davis appeared in Home Alone as the French ticket agent, who unhelpfully informed Kate McAllister that there were no flights back to the United States. Though her role was brief, her calm yet exasperating responses perfectly contrasted with Katherine OHara's frantic desperation, adding a humorous touch to the scene. Following Home Alone, Davis built an impressive career in film, television, and theatre. She earned acclaim for her performances in American Splendor, The Secret Lives of Dentists, and About Schmidt. On television, she starred in series like In Treatment and Your Honor, receiving Emmy nominations for her nuanced portrayals. Davis also remains active in theatre, earning respect as a versatile and talented performer. Her scene as the French ticket agent in Home Alone is a reminder of her ability to make even small roles memorable, contributing to the film's enduring charm. Katherine OHara, Kate McAllister. Katherine OHara portrayed Kate McAllister, Kevin's devoted but distracted mum, whose frantic journey home became one of Home Alone's most heartfelt storylines. Her comedic timing, emotional range, and iconic line, "Kevin," made Kate a relatable and beloved character. OHara was already a seasoned actress before Home Alone, known for her work in SCTV. Post-Home Alone, she solidified herself as a comedy legend, collaborating with director Christopher Guest in films like Best in Show and A Mighty Wind. Most recently, she starred as Moira Rose in Schitt's Creek, earning Emmy, Golden Globe, and SAG Awards for her brilliant performance. A beloved figure in comedy, OHara's portrayal of Kate McAllister remains iconic. Her ability to balance humor and tenderness continues to resonate with audiences, reminding us all of the importance of family, especially during the holidays. Tracy J Connor, Checkout Girl. Tracy J Connor played the checkout girl in Home Alone, the grocery store cashier who hilariously questions Kevin's solo shopping trip. Her skeptical expressions and pointed questions like, "Where's your mom?" added a dose of realism and humor to Kevin's independent adventure. Connor continued acting after Home Alone, appearing in films such as Only the Lonely and Prelude to a Kiss. She also guest starred on popular TV shows, including The Drew Carey Show and ER. In addition to on-screen roles, Tracy has been involved in live theatre, showcasing her comedic and dramatic versatility. Her brief but impactful role as the checkout girl remains a fan-favourite scene, highlighting Kevin's resourcefulness and Connor's perfect comedic delivery. It's another example of how Home Alone brought together a talented ensemble, making even the smallest characters unforgettable for generations of fans. Billy Bird, Woman in Airport. Billy Bird appeared as the sweet yet concerned woman in the airport who briefly interacts with Kate McAllister during her frantic attempts to find a flight home. Though her screen time was short, her kind and curious demeanor perfectly contrasted with Kate's panic, adding warmth to the bustling airport scene. Bird was a veteran character actress long before Home Alone, known for her comedic and maternal roles in films like 16 Candles and Police Academy 4, a beloved face of 1980s and 1990s cinema. She also had recurring roles on TV shows such as Dear John and The Golden Girls. Billy Bird retired from acting in the late 90s and passed away in 2002 at the age of 94. Her small but memorable role in Home Alone exemplifies her enduring ability to make even brief appearances shine, leaving audiences with a smile. Alan Wilder, Scranton ticket agent. Alan Wilder played the Scranton ticket agent in Home Alone, the airport employee who stoically listens to Kate McAllister's pleas for help. His calm yet unyielding delivery during her exasperated breakdown added a layer of humor to her desperate quest to get home to Kevin. Wilder's scene perfectly illustrated the contrast between holiday chaos and professional detachment, and his subtle performance left a mark. After Home Alone, Wilder continued to appear in films and television shows, including roles in The Babe, The Fugitive, and Rookie of the Year. A dependable character actor, he built a steady career in supporting roles across multiple genres. While his role in Home Alone was small, Wilder's memorable performance as the Scranton ticket agent added to the film's charm. His dry delivery remains a comedic highlight in a movie that thrives on relatable, chaotic holiday moments. Ken Hudson Campbell's Santa. Ken Hudson Campbell played the Santa Claus impersonator who encounters Kevin on Christmas Eve. Despite his less-than-jolly demeanor, complete with a stalled car and a cigarette, Campbell brought warmth and humor to the scene, offering Kevin advice: "Don't spoil your dinner." Following Home Alone, Campbell became a reliable character actor, often lending his comedic timing to films and TV shows. He appeared in Armageddon, Groundhog Day, and Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's also known for his voice work, including providing the voice of Boomer in Cats and Dogs. Campbell's take on a down-on-his-luck Santa remains an endearing moment in Home Alone, reminding audiences that kindness can come from unexpected places. His ability to balance humor and sincerity made the character memorable, and fans continue to appreciate his brief yet impactful role in this holiday classic. Jim Ortlieb, Herb the drugstore clerk. Jim Ortlieb played Herb the drugstore clerk, the confused and suspicious employee who watches Kevin nervously when he buys a toothbrush. His deadpan delivery during Kevin's comical escape, "Stop that boy," added humor and tension to one of the film's iconic scenes. Ortlieb has enjoyed a long and successful acting career, specializing in character roles on stage, television, and film. Post-Home Alone, he appeared in major projects like A Mighty Wind, Flatliners, and Contagion. He's also been featured in TV hits such as Seinfeld, Roswell, and The West Wing. Outside Hollywood, Ortlieb remains a prominent figure in theater, performing on Broadway and regional stages across the country. His brief but memorable performance as Herb showcased Ortlieb's talent for blending humor with realism. Fans still smile at the scene where Kevin outsmarts the clerk, making it a standout moment in Home Alone. Kate Johnson, police operator. Kate Johnson played the police operator in Home Alone, whose indifferent response to Kate McAllister's frantic call for help, "Has the child been involved in a violent altercation?" perfectly captured the absurdity of Kevin's situation. Her cool tone amidst the chaos added humor to one of the film's most iconic sequences. While Home Alone is one of Johnson's most recognizable roles, her career primarily focused on theater and voice work. She has been involved in regional stage productions and smaller film projects, showcasing her versatility and dedication to her craft. Her portrayal of the unhelpful operator remains a fan favorite moment, illustrating how small, well-acted roles contribute to the film's charm. Johnson's performance continues to resonate with audiences who appreciate the humor in Kate McAllister's desperate holiday plight, solidifying her place in the beloved Christmas classic. On a scale of 0-5, how helpful do you think the police operator was to Kate McAllister? Comment with a number. Jedadiah Cohen, Rod McAllister. Jedadiah Cohen portrayed Rod McAllister, one of Kevin's older cousins, known for his dry humor and memorable one-liner, "This house is so full of people it makes me sick." Rod's sarcastic delivery and sibling-like annoyance perfectly captured the McAllister family's chaotic dynamic. Following Home Alone and its sequel, Cohen stepped away from acting to pursue other interests. He built a successful career in academia and business, earning advanced degrees and working in technology and entrepreneurial ventures. Though he left the entertainment industry, Cohen occasionally reflects fondly on being part of such a beloved film. Rod McAllister remains a key part of the Home Alone family dynamic, and Cohen's performance continues to delight fans who appreciate the film's relatable portrayal of holiday family chaos. His role reminds us how every member of the ensemble cast contributed to the movie's timeless charm. Sandra Mccat, Santa's elf. Sandra Mccat played Santa's elf in Home Alone, the snarky assistant to the down-on-his-luck Santa Claus who interacts with Kevin on Christmas Eve. With her annoyed demeanor and memorable line, "He's getting in his car," Sandra brought a dose of humor to the scene, perfectly capturing the hustle of holiday retail workers. Mcat's role was brief but memorable, fitting seamlessly into Home Alone's ensemble cast. While she didn't pursue a major acting career afterward, Sandra's contributions to this holiday classic remain cherished by fans. Off-screen, she has connections to the film industry. Her brother, casting director Janet Hershenson, played a key role in assembling Home Alone's talented cast. Sandra's scene continues to resonate with audiences as one of the film's small but comical moments, proving how even the briefest roles in Home Alone contribute to its enduring holiday magic. Macaulay Culkin, Kevin McAllister. Macaulay Culkin became a global superstar playing Kevin McAllister, the quick-witted and resourceful 8-year-old who defends his home against the bumbling wet bandits. Culkin's iconic performance, marked by his famous scream moment, captivated audiences, turning Home Alone into a cultural phenomenon. Culkin's career soared in the early 90s with films like My Girl, The Good Son, and Richie Rich. After stepping away from Hollywood as a teenager, Culkin returned to acting selectively in projects like Party Monster, The Righteous Gemstones, and American Horror Story. He also launched creative ventures, including his comedy website, Bunny Ears. Culkin remains beloved for his portrayal of Kevin, a role that earned him Golden Globe and Kids' Choice nominations. Reflecting on Home Alone, he shared, "It's something that brings people joy every year. I'm proud of that." His performance remains the heart of this timeless classic. Ralph Foodie, Johnny from Angels with Filthy Souls. Ralph Foodie delivered an unforgettable turn as Johnny, the fictional gangster from the in-movie film Angels with Filthy Souls. His gruff demeanor and the iconic line, "Keep the change, you filthy animal," became a highlight of Home Alone, forever etched in pop culture. Foodie was a seasoned character actor with a career spanning TV, stage, and film. Prior to Home Alone, he appeared in movies like The Blues Brothers and Code of Silence. His portrayal of Johnny, a tongue-in-cheek nod to 1930s gangster films. These stories remind us that even on a day of joy and celebration, life can take unexpected turns. Whether it's a music legend, a Hollywood icon, or a world-changing activist, their lives teach us to cherish every moment and celebrate the legacies they leave behind. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to Iconic Inside, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a story like this one. And before you go, we've got another video you'll want to check out. 15 actors currently battling. It's on the end screen right now. Trust me, their stories will leave you inspired. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.